Benjamin Kirby Campbell. I'm named after both my grandfathers. My mother's father, his last name was Kirby. And my father's father, his first name was Ben. So I took both those names. Well, at that time, Newell and Jesse joined the Army Band. And Meredith and I, Stanley, Truett, Owen, and Mac were left at home. My father started me. He had an old clarinet and a cello in the house. He taught me everything he knew about it. I learned to play enough that I could get around pretty well. I was about 11 years old when I took up the cello and the sax at the same time. By the time I was 15 years old, I was doing jobs around town. And I was making $5 a night when I worked, which is about once or twice a month, maybe. So when I started making that money, I decided this is the only way I'm never going to make it. So I started working on the saxophone, got good enough that they let me go in the Army Band. All three of us, yeah. I was just in there 3 years, and then I got out a few months after they did. And we started our own band. In 1936, we got our first big job, steady job at Nag's Head Beach Club. $12 a week and room and board, which to us, that was real good. We worked there two years, 2 summers. We were playing Nag's Head Beach Club at the time. One of the boys I was working with sitting next to me said, "Kirby, we need to make a trip up to Norfolk. Johnny Long's orchestra, 2 guys are leaving the band. There are going to be 2 openings there. Let's go up and try out for it." So we did, he and I both. Went up there and tried out, auditioned the 2 sax jobs, and we both got the job. I met Darlene in 1937 at Cavalier Beach Club. I was working with the Johnny Long Orchestra. And we became real close. I didn't see much of her because I was traveling a lot with the Johnny Long Orchestra. But we went together for 3 years. And finally, she talked me into getting married. Regardless, whether it was convenient or not. So we did. We got married right there in New York. We were married 2 years. John came along. 5 years later, Scott came along. 5 years after that, Pat came along. When the war started, I knew I was going to be drafted right away, which I was. I went to Johnny Long and told him I was going to leave the band because I'm going to be drafted soon. and I want to get my things in order. So I wound up going overseas with a special service outfit. I stayed in Korea until the war was over, until I was discharged. Went back and went to New York and started back in the music business again. I was offered a job in Miami Beach, to open a new hotel. We moved down to Miami Beach and lived there 32 years. The reason I went down there was mainly because all the TV shows were going down there. Ed Sullivan, I did them all. Every one of them. Best move I ever made. I'm 71 and 72. We were playing a job with a big orchestra. This trumpet player came up to me, told me how great I sounded and everything. Says, "Would you be interested in doing some teaching at the University of Miami?" He says, "I'm the assistant dean." I said, "Man, I didn't even finish the 9th grade. I can't teach in a college." And he says, "I like the way you sound. I think you'd be a good man to have there." I says, "Well," I says, if you can fix it so I get paid, regardless of whether they show up or not." Because I had business. I had my own teaching business, you know. Guys wouldn't show up, you didn't get paid. He said, "No, it won't be like that at all." He says, "They'll sign up for the semester, and you get paid for that semester, whether they show up or not." I said, "Count me in." My mother. The minute she joined the church, I could see a big change in her, and we talked. When she joined that church, she convinced me right off the bat that was the truth. And I believed it. And I quit drinking, and I started living like an Adventist, even though I hadn't joined the church. But one day, my wife came to me, Darlene, said, would you mind if I joined the Adventist church?" "Of course not." I said, "I think that's the best thing you could ever do." I said, "You know I can't do it because Saturday's my biggest day." First thing I know, one Sunday, a bunch of preachers came out to the house. "Now, Kirby, Darlene's joined the church. What's the matter with you? Why can't you join?" I said, "Preacher, you know I can't join the church. That's my biggest day, Saturday." I said, "How would I make a living?" You know what he said? He said, "Kirby, you put your hand in the hand of the Lord and trust Him, and He'll take care of you." I said, "He will?" Exactly what I said. He said, "Yeah. I promise you He will." I said, "Well, I'll do it." And I made up my mind right there on the spot.